Wait a minute.
Welcome to the Tuesday, October 2nd, 2012 Village of Peoria Heights Board of Trustees meeting. Meeting is now called to order. Will you please rise and join us in the pledge of the flag? Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn. Trustee Carter.
Present.
Trustee Fuller.
Present.
Trustee Reichert.
Present.
Trustee Gett.
Present.
Trustee Cumming.
Present.
Okay, thank you. I know that Trustee Harn had to be up in Chicago, I believe, on business. That's why he's not here tonight. So the first order of business tonight is the approval of the Board of Trustees minutes for the September 18th, 2012 meeting. Are there any changes that have to be made to the minutes as submitted?
I move to approve the September 18th minutes.
I have a motion from Trustee Gett,
Second.
second from Trustee Carter. All those in favor of approving the Board of Trustees minutes as submitted for September 18th, 2012, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, please say no. Thank you. The ayes have it. Board has approved the minutes for September 18th as submitted by our village clerk. Next up, correspondence, and that will be presented by our village clerk, Shauna Musselman.
I have no correspondence.
Okay, thank you. No announcements that I can think of, so we will move on to trustee reports, and we'll start off with the ambulance service with Trustee Fuller.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. I have nothing to report this evening.
Right. Thank you. Trustee Harn obviously is not here tonight. Mr. Superintendent, anything new and interesting from the Public Works end of town?
Just the hydrant flushing, starting Monday. It's our semi-annual. It'll run from Monday, October 8th to Friday, October 12th through Friday, October 12th. The areas, Monday, October 8th, be north of Sibling and west of Prospect. Tuesday, east of North Prospect from East Glen to Voss, including Grandview Drive. Wednesday will be Galena Road area below the Illinois River Bluff. Thursday, west of North Prospect from East Hines to Toledo. And then Friday, south of East Hines and west of North Prospect. Hydrant flushing will occur between 7:30 and 3:30. Use of water for laundry purposes is not advisable due to possible discoloration. And the discoloration doesn't pose any health hazard. And for any more information, you can call the water office at 686-2375. That's it.
Well, that microphone is new and reverberating.
I think they got the gain up maybe too much.
Okay, any questions at all for regarding Public Works? Thank you, Superintendent Roth. We'll move on then to Administration Personnel with Trustee Reichert.
Thank you, Mayor. I have nothing.
Okay, thank you. Move now to Economic Development and Village Improvements with Trustee Carter.
Thank you. I just want to remind everybody that we have the Great Strides Walk this weekend at the Tower Park at 9 a.m. And we also have Chalk the Walk Saturday at 10 and Sunday at 10. So we have a busy Heights this weekend.
Okay. Thank you. Any questions at all for Trustee Carter? All right, we thank you again. We'll go to the Police Department with Trustee Cumming.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. One announcement tonight. Next Neighborhood Watch meeting will be Monday, October 29th, right here at Village Hall at 6:30 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions at all for Trustee Cumming? Okay, thanks again. We'll move now to Building Maintenance with Trustee Gett.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. Have nothing to report.
All right. Thank you. And then we will close out, per usual, regarding the Fire Department with Trustee Gett.
2 for 1. Don't have any report tonight either.
All right. Well, thanks again. Comments from the audience? If anyone in the audience has a care, concern, or a good recipe, please come to the village lectern and give us your name, address. You know the rules. Nothing tonight? Scott, you don't have anything to talk about?
I might just have a little something, Mr. Mayor.
You want to do it now?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Then I can leave.
Nothing personal. Good evening, my name is Scott Corsad. I'm the commander of the General Wayne Downing American Legion Post here in the Heights. And we're getting ready for our parade again already. Seems like that year went by really quick. It'll be our 4th year. It'll be on November 10th this year, which is a Saturday, actually the Saturday before actual Veterans Day. We always have it on a little bit different day. And it'll start at the corner of Prospect and Marietta, come down Prospect and end up here at Tower Park, and then we will have a ceremony for veterans at the park following. We're usually done around noon, is usually when we're done with the ceremony. We anticipate about 30 entries, as we have in the past years. And then I'm currently working on getting 4 area World War II Marines that fought at the Battle of Iwo Jima to be our parade marshals this year as well. And it also coincides with Saturday the 10th is the Marine Corps birthday, so it should be a good ceremony up at the park. So I guess that's about it. Mr. Mayor, you've been gracious enough to be in the parade in years past and speak at the ceremony, if you would consider that.
You know I've never been afraid of opening my mouth.
Yes, sir, I know
That's probably
that.
the wrong thing to say, but anyway. Do I get to ride the big elk this time?
The bit from Wildlife Fair Park, absolutely, you're on it.
The big elk,
So,
good.
and Mayor Allen, you can throw candy better than anybody at a parade. I've been in several parades with you, and this last Saturday, he actually threw me his last piece of candy. So thank you for that.
I look out for it.
I know you do.
No, thanks again for all your
Okay.
hard work and efforts, and the Legion Post 1111, you do a great job.
Okay, and thank you
Appreciate it.
to the village as well. You guys always support us, and we really do appreciate it. And if you haven't been over and seen the building, it's looking pretty good these
Look at
days.
you guys have done a great job.
Right, so.
Just wonderful.
And thank
job.
you for that again, so.
And I would say stick around for the drama regarding the vote on the Veterans Day Parade, but my guess is there won't be any drama. So if you want to take off, and
Okay, thank
we
you very
won't
much
hold
for
your
your
feet
time.
to the fire.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Scott. Have a good night.
Thanks, Scott.
Okay, any other comments from the audience? Okay, well, thanks again for all who have attended tonight. No old business, so we'll move to new business, and first up is an approval to pay for Panasonic Toughbook laptop computers, and that will be presented by Trustee Cumming.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. This proposal is to replace the existing Panasonic Toughbook 29 model laptop computers that are currently in our squad cars. We've been using these models for almost 7 years now, and we've pretty much gotten more than the expected life utility out of them. Usually technology becomes obsolete after 3 to 4 years, and we've gotten 7 years out of these bad boys, and we're looking to upgrade to the Toughbook 53, which also gives us an upgrade from 3G service to 4G service, which allows our officers in the field to get information back on suspects and information back on people that they've pulled over a lot quicker, which leads to a safer environment for them and the public as a whole. The cost to replace these and also install new antennas, which will be 4G as well, is going to be a total of $18,040, and I would like to move that we go ahead and approve this and get some new laptops and the squad cars for our guys.
Okay, we have a motion from Trustee Cumming,
Second.
second from Trustee Fuller. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval to purchase the new Panasonic Toughbook laptop computers for the police department in the amount of $18,040 total. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Fuller?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Gett?
Aye.
Trustee Cumming?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the purchase of the Panasonic Toughbook laptop computers for the police department as outlined by Trustee Cumming. Move now to the Tower Park use for the Veterans Day Parade, and that will be presented by Trustee Carter.
Thank you. Well, we already heard from Scott, so I make a motion to let them use the Tower Park November 10th for their Veterans Day Parade, and then help closing, doing the parade from Marietta to the tower.
Okay, have a motion from trustee Carter,
Second.
second from trustee Cumming. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of the use of Tower Park for the Veterans Day Parade on November 10th, 2012, for the parade that will be guided by the General Wayne A. Downing American Legion Post in 1111. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Fuller?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Gett?
Aye.
Trustee Cumming?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the use of Tower Park by American Legion Post 1111 for the Veterans Day Parade on November 10th. Excuse me. Next up, we have the approval of the April 13th, and this will be 2013, right?
Yeah.
I thought we weren't going to be going in the Wayback Machine anymore, so. And that will be presented by trustee Carter.
Thank you. Running Central has asked to use, well, actually, to do the, gosh, I lost my train of thought, I'm so sorry. They're having a half marathon in the Heights, how about that? And they want to do the same as they did last year. Last year, they collected over $10,000 for local charities and had about 500 participants. He was here at our departmental meeting and said that they're hoping they get about 800 participants, which would up the charity level. So I make a motion for him to have the event Saturday, April 13th.
Have a motion from trustee Carter,
Second.
second from trustee Gett. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? And Chief, you've had a chance to look over the route? Correct. Appears to be good? Yes. Okay. Any other questions or comments from the board? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of the April 13th, 2013 date for the Heights Half Marathon to be sponsored and run by Adam White and Running Central. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Fuller?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Gett?
Aye.
Trustee Cumming?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the April 13th, 2013 date for the second annual Heights Half Marathon. Last order of new business tonight regards proposals for well number 7, electrical upgrades. Mr. Superintendent, you're on the spot.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. What this proposal is going to do or help us out with is upgrade the electrical service to well 7, which has taken several electrical hits, plus replace a electrical starter that's probably late 1950s. So the starter we're going to use came from the low level when we rebuilt it, upgraded it to 250 horse, and the 200 horse is what we use at the well. So anyway, we got two proposals back, one from Laser Electric for $13,348.92, and the other one from Willis Electric for $10,890. So my recommendation would be we go with Willis Electric for the $10,890.
And you're probably looking for a motion for
I'm
approval.
looking for a motion.
I so move.
Have a motion from trustee Gett.
Second.
Have a second from trustee Reichert. Are there any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of the bid from Willis Electric for the electrical upgrades to well number 7 as outlined by Superintendent Roth in the amount of $10,890. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Fuller?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Gett?
Aye.
Trustee Cumming?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the electrical upgrades for well number 7 in the amount of $10,890. Low bid from Willis Electric Incorporated and as outlined by Superintendent Robert Roth. And now we're going to the payment of the bills, and they will be presented by our village clerk, Shauna Musselman.
All right, these represent the invoices approved by the Departmental Committee on August 29th, 2012. The general fund expenditures were $252,798.83. MFT expenditures are $18,106.57, for total expenditures of $270,905.40. The waterworks expenditures were $80,001.44.
Okay, are there any questions regarding the expenditures and the waterworks and village as read?
I move that we pay the bills as read.
Have a motion from trustee Cumming,
Second.
second from trustee Gett. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Fuller?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Cumming? Trustee Cumming?
Aye.
Trustee Gett?
Aye.
Sorry.
Well, we got to keep the Channel 22 people on their toes. Thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the payment of the bills as read by our village clerk. Our next departmental committee meeting will be held Tuesday, October 23rd at 6:30 p.m. Our next Board of Trustees meeting will be held Tuesday, October 16th at 6:30 p.m. Is there any other business to come before the board this evening?
I move to adjourn.
I have a motion from trustee Gett.
Second.
I'm going to give it to trustee Reichert. Second from trustee Reichert. All those in favor of adjourning the meeting at this time, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. Thank you. The ayes have it. Board has voted to adjourn, and we thank everyone again for attending.